Hey everybody, welcome back to another day in history for May 15th, 2024. Not that this year matters, it's all about the date itself. So, May 15th, I got a couple things I want to address real quick. President Biden had declared today, I guess, I'm assuming, near as I can tell, had declared today National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Day. And I only know this because our flags at work were at half-mast yesterday, and I think we kind of jumped the gun. But basically what it was is that the order was, and here in Oregon, the governor followed suit, and so she ordered all institutions to lower flags to half-mast in honor of the day. But it was supposed to go from midnight to sunset May 15th. I think we just kind of jumped the gun and we excuse me, and we had lowered our flags, a little early, because there was nobody going to be at work at midnight to lower the flags then, so that's probably why they did it a little early. At any rate, I was a cop's son. My stepdad was a policeman. So, while I'm not the biggest fan of Joe Biden, I really don't care for his politics. I don't like his politics at all. However, I do wish him the best. I want him to succeed, because when he succeeds, we all succeed. And so I'm not going to be one of those guys that, says, oh, not my president. He's our president. He was, it is what it is. But I can get behind this because it's a national day to honor our fallen police officers. And while my dad didn't die in the line of duty, he passed away when I needed him the most. I wasn't even 11 years old yet. At any rate, that's a significant thing for May 15th, is that Biden declared this day being a national day of honoring our fallen law enforcement. And I mean, the only other thing I could say is, I wish it were tomorrow, because tomorrow was Dad's birthday. And but it is what it is. So I just wanted to point that out, and just I'm losing my words here. Just bring it to focus there, I guess. Today is my oldest stepsister's birthday. So I mean, we don't really talk. We're kind of estranged. I don't dislike my stepsister, but at the same time, we don't talk. We really don't have any common ground, really. So we lost our other sister, her younger sister, my other stepsister, 4 years ago, and that was the last time I'd seen my Shelly, whose birthday is today, was at the funeral from Leah. But at any rate, happy birthday, sis. Hope you have a great day. It's a beautiful day. Got to give God the glory for making such a beautiful day. I mean, blue skies and warm weather. It's perfect. But this is about this day in history, so we should probably just get into it. Birthdays. Gotta turn this around. So in 1937, American Secretary of State Madeleine Albright was born, and I didn't know this, but she was actually born in the Czech Republic. Well, it was Czechoslovakia then, but it's now known as the Czech Republic. I didn't know that she was foreign born, but it's Madeleine Albright's birthday today. Brian Eno is a British musician and producer. His birthday's today. He was born in 1948. In 1969, Emmitt Smith. 1975, Ray Lewis. Both of them are American football players, of the NFL. In 1914, there were a couple of guys that were the first guys to make it to the summit of Mount Everest, and one of those guys by the name of Tenzing Norgay. It's his birthday today. He was born on this day in 1914. So I missed that one. 1987, Andy Murray. He is a Scottish tennis player. His birthday is today. So let's go to the Wayback Machine. We're talking BC, because I don't do this BCE stuff. I acknowledge BC and AD. So 495 BC, that would be 495 before Christ. The Roman god Mercury is dedicated. The statue is dedicated to the Roman god Mercury in Aventine Hill in Rome, and that was done on this day in 495 BC. In 1885, there's a guy by the name of Louis Riel, R-I-E-L. Apparently he surrenders to the Canadian government on this day in 1885, and apparently he had led two rebellion uprisings against the Canadian government over a dispute on contested lands owned by the Hudson Bay Company. That's all I really got out of that, is that he surrenders to the Canadian government on this day. I imagine no good could have come from that. In a year later, 1886, American author Emily Dickinson, she would pass away in Massachusetts. In 1918, the very first airmail service, meaning flights delivering the mail, opened up between New York and Washington D.C. And so that was the first time that the U.S. Postal Service had air courier service opened on this day in 1918. In 1928, Mickey Mouse would make his debut on the world. Walt Disney would release the debut of Mickey Mouse, and if anyone knows, that would have been the animated short Steamboat Willie, where he is whistling and piloting this steamboat down the river. So Mickey Mouse made his debut on this day in 1928. A couple things happened on this day in 1940. First of all, nylon stockings go on sale for the first time, and they are released to the public for the first time, and they sell out. In San Bernardino, California, the McDonald brothers, Mac and Richard, they opened up a chain of drive-in restaurants, and eventually this chain would be converted into the McDonald's franchise that we all know and love today. So you could say that McDonald's gets its start on this day in 1940. In 1969, we have a Supreme Court justice, right? And it's the first time that a Supreme Court justice ever resigns his position under threat of impeachment. And that Supreme Court justice was Abe Fortas. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's some interesting stuff there too. So we have 1972. Alabama Governor Lew Wallace is he's at a Democratic Democrat Party campaign, and it is on this day in, what did I say it was? 1972. So he's wounded from an assassination attempt, and he was left paralyzed as a result of that wounding. He did live, but there was an assassination attempt on this day and left him paralyzed from the waist down. That happened on this day in 1972. Now, on this day in 2003, June Cash passes away. And if you know who June Cash is, that was the wife of Johnny Cash. She was known as June Carter. That was her stage name. So she was a country crooner herself, like Johnny Cash was. They knew each other. They toured with each other. If you've ever seen the movie Walk the Line, it kind of tells their story of how Johnny got his start in the music business, and how he met June through that music business, through the touring. June was had already been famous. In this movie, Johnny tells her that he used to listen to her on the radio, that he and his family would tune in and listen to her music. So he was already a fan of hers, and they became close. They became friends. She did a lot to save him from a drug addiction, apparently. And his first marriage failed, and then his second marriage was with June Carter, and they were together until death parted them. So it is on this day in 2003 that she passes away. I can't remember when he passed. I thought that he passed before her, but I can't remember. But at any rate, that is your day in history for May 15th, and we'll do it all again tomorrow, where obviously I will make a dedication to my dad. He was an amazing human being, and I miss him. I miss him daily. And he was something else, because he was the dad he didn't have to be. For a stepdad, he really stepped up. Especially when him and my mom separated, and he could have been, they're your boys, I'm that's your tough luck, blah blah blah, we're through. But he didn't do that. When they were separated, Dad took us boys on weekend visitations, week visitations, vacation visitations, that sort of thing. I mean, he was, again, like I said, he was the dad he didn't have to be. And he was, in my eyes, he was a great man, and I wish I could be half the man that he was. So, tomorrow is his birthday, and I kind of honored him a little early, I suppose. But at any rate, that's your day in history. We'll do it again tomorrow. So have a fantastic day. It's here anyway. It's a beautiful day, and I hope it's a beautiful day for you who are watching this. So have a great day. Be blessed, and we'll talk to you again soon, meaning tomorrow. So take care. Have a blessed day. Bye.